Well, luckily in America, we have one good thing going for us, and that's the DOJ, of course. Pam Bondi's just doing such a kick-ass job, just, protecting our great patriots, releasing these criminals back into the general public, of course, the J6. But I just wanted to do a quick little video covering Pam Bondi going over some ridiculous notions during a briefing or what have you. Let's get to this video real quick.
Pam?
President, your first 100 days.
And of course, I would love to just address the fact that they just had to make the table beautiful with all these Make America Great Again hats. And I believe these darker blue ones are Gulf of America hats. I mean, how could we get through a briefing with the president without telling him that he's a good little boy and we got your merch on the table, boss, because we support every little thing you do.
Days has far exceeded that of any other presidency in this country, ever. Never seen anything like it. Thank you. Your directive to me was very simple: make America safe. And despite that, we've still been defending.
And it is just psychopathic to me that these people need to glaze Donald Trump to the point of lap dancing on him. This is just all of these people are the equivalent of the narc at work. The guy that goes and tells on everybody and sits on the boss's lap while he gets pats on the head. But for some reason, he's still exactly where he's going to be, because every employer knows nobody likes a fucking narc. And that's what this room is full of. Look at this psycho dweeb right here just staring deeply into your face like, baby, come on.
Defending over 200 civil lawsuits filed against you. On top of everything else, I think I'm representing every one of you in this room in some capacity.
Yes, she's representing everyone in that room because it's a room full of criminals. Trump had 90 plus fucking federal cases against him while he was running for president. And that's probably partially the reason he was running for president, so you can get out all those. If it wasn't for him being the Republican nominee for president, he would probably be in prison right now. And I know that sounds like hyperbole, like, he's still a billionaire. He's still an ex-president. However, he did some horrific shit, and he threw the nation into chaos and caused an insurrection. And if we can't recognize that as a country, we're kind of cooked, I mean, we're already there, but we're going to leave the corn dogs in the oven a little bit too long, if you know what I'm saying.
No, you will not be arrested by the U.S. Marshals. Over 200 lawsuits, over 50 injunctions, and now we've got multiple cases in front of the Supreme Court, and we will succeed, and we are doing great in front of the Supreme Court, President, and we'll continue on with that. I was at DEA yesterday, and they said to me, you, Donald Trump, have taken the handcuffs off of DEA agents. And as a result of, since you have been in office, President Trump, your DOJ agencies have seized more than 22 million fentanyl pills, 3,400 kilos of fentanyl since you've been your last 100 days, which saved, are you ready for this, media? 258 million lives. Kids are dying.
Saved 258 million lives. I just love how this person is an attorney. This person is supposed to be smarter than me, a dumb guy on the internet, However, I understand the fact that there are approximately 330 million people in the United States. So you're telling me over the course of 3 months that they've been in office that they saved 2/3 of America by taking some pills off the streets? That's ridiculous. This is a ridiculous person. This is a ridiculous statement. There's nothing serious about this administration. Everything they do, they conflate as much as possible. Now, I would love to say that she was just misspeaking, but the glazing that she's done over the course of the few months that they've been in office is ridiculous. And With that amount of glazing comes a very large amount of conflation. Not to mention, she is the bottom of the barrel as far as the Trump attorneys. Trump has been burning through attorney after attorney after attorney after attorney since he lost the 2020 election. So he's really scraping the bottom of the pickle barrel right now. And she only beat out Matt Gaetz because he's a kid diddler, allegedly. I don't know if that ever went through, but he got caught trafficking his girlfriend or something, whom was 17 years old at the time. You make of that what you will. Let's watch the rest of this.
Dying every day because they're taking this junk laced with something else. They don't know what they're taking. They think they're buying a Tylenol or an Adderall and a Xanax, and it's laced with fentanyl, and they're dropping dead.
Who the fuck is buying Tylenol off the street? Let's get fucking real, dude. Like, you go to Target for Tylenol. You want something good, you go to the streets. I mean, because we as a nation can't comprehend legalizing, regulating, and taxing drugs. I know it's a big, scary no-no thing. However, we could do all this stuff, make it safe. We could take addiction off the streets and bring it into a regulated area where you have to go and use these drugs. And they're going to be pure drugs. They're going to be cheaper, so people aren't doing crazy shit to get their fix. And it's going to be monitored and regulated. Now, that's something we could do in America, but we're not going to. And I don't know. I'm going to stop that rant right now. Let's keep moving on. We're focusing on Pam Bondi and her just fucking killer job she's doing in the United States DOJ.
And no longer because of you, what you've done. ATF, since you've been in office, President, along with DOJ agencies, seized 14,500 guns off the streets. Why aren't people reporting that? 651,000 rounds of ammo. That's up 151% from 2024.
Since when does the GOP give a fuck about guns? These people want to... These people don't even want to get guns regulated, let alone off the streets. They can give a fuck less if they're off the streets. They just don't want them in the hands of brown people. I mean, let's get real. They want all their guns either in the houses of God-fearing Americans, patriots that have red hats, or they want them in the hands of psychopathic children that are going to go shoot up schools. They don't want to regulate and take guns off the street. This is fucking bullshit.
Keeping America safe. We've rescinded death penalty. We are now seeking the death penalty on cases. I'm signing death warrants. We are going after terrorism. We are going after arsonists. Whether you're burning Teslas, we've arrested 9 people so far in 7 jurisdictions. No negotiations, 20 years in prison, or you're burning down the governor's mansion in Pennsylvania. We will be there to protect you. And I've been talking to Governor.
Okay, we're sick of this video now. So basically, I would like to get at Pam Bondi fucking sucks. Yes, arson is bad. The fact that the governor, his house got burned down and he was attacked, that is wrong. I do not endorse that at all. I would like pressure put on these people nonstop when they're out in public. However, I don't want them to be injured. I don't want them to be assaulted. I don't want their houses burned down. Teslas, on the other hand, I also don't endorse burning them down because that could cause burn down a building next to it burning down. However, I don't I really hate how this administration is just so out and about corrupt with these private enterprises. Tesla is supposed to be decoupled from the government. However, you've seen Elon Musk on the front lawn of the White House selling his fucking shitty trucks. This is insane. I mean, 50, 60 years ago, this would have been enough to get him out of office. Just coupling with businesses like this. But he's always done this while he was in office. He had that famous picture with beans or whatever. I don't even remember what company that was. The Tesla thing is even crazier. I mean, look at Jimmy Carter. You know, all those years ago, he had to actually get rid of his peanut farm because they were worried that foreign governments were going to put money into it secretly, paying him and make him corrupt during office. Now, I don't want to get into Jimmy Carter's administration right now. It was not great. However, he did a lot of good stuff after he got out of office. I will say that. But it's just crazy, the double standards, and, you know, we just have blinders on these days. We don't give a fuck about any of the stuff that we should care about in our government. And when I say we, I don't mean us. I mean the people that are in his cult. I mean the people that are signing off, the people that are trying to move their station in life a little higher, such as all these people in that room. Most of those people don't agree with anything that Trump's doing. They just want to move up in the world. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about Pam Bondi and all her wonderful, wonderful DOJ accomplishments during the Trump administration. Comment down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Like the video if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button if you'd be so kind. And I will see you on the next one. Later.